first thing is you always pull, when you're switching dice, you always pull the dice towards you. Now, see, I pull them towards me, and as I do, I come up and you see this quarter turn I make with the first dice. And then I take my thumb, and you see how I extend my thumb? And I lock it in here, and there's the lock with the skin. There's where the skin adheres to the dice, right? And the other thing is, let me do this once more. The other thing is that it's in the groove. This dice, the first dice, would be in the groove of my index finger. So it would be in here, it would end right here. And I always extend my thumb. I make the move, pick these two up, twist the first dice, extend my thumb, and get that loose skin to hopefully go underneath the die. If not, it secures it. Now you see this? And this is why they both stay together, because the other thing I want to tell you is years ago, I switched dice so much practicing, I created a callus right here, a big one, about a 1/4 inch callus, and also one right in here. So I had a natural pocket. So I know I have memory muscle down there now, so I'm going to show it to you once more. I pick up the dice, make the turn, move my thumb up forward, come back, and there's the lock. And all this is helping me hold these dice. You see this? Now if I hold my thumb up like this, I can still hold them for a while, but it's better when the thumb is here. Now this is the thumb move, this one here. There's the thumb move. And that's not a correct open palm switch. This is a guy that's a faker at it. This is the real deal right here. In other words, I can come here, I can hold my hand here. It's easy. And the other thing is, when you're switching dice, is you have to be ready and prepared to come right back in and switch again, because the guy might pop the number back. So you can't be out in midair doing nothing. You have to be alert and ready. So I'm going to do this again. I pick up the two dice, bring them towards me, make the 1/4 turn with the first dice, extend my thumb so the loose skin gets underneath. Now you see that? Here is the lock, also back here, also right here. And you can even extend your finger a little. And the other thing, and I emailed you this, is that you got to find your niche as far as the size of the dice. For me, 3/4 does the job. 3/4 or 7/8 I'm comfortable with. Mostly I use for 50 years, maybe 50, 40. When I found out that the size of the dice was important, I used 3/4 inch dice for my hand, which are quite big. The other most important thing is that a dice switcher should have his dice, when he orders dice, feather edged. And I'll be glad to talk to you on the phone about this, because what it does, these are feather edged. And what happens if they're not feather edged, they're almost razor sharp, a new set of dice. The corners are very sharp and they get caught. A corner will get caught. The die is a celluloid or acetate, and it's not very hard, and sometimes the die will get caught like that, and it's hard to get it out, or it'll cut you. The edges of the die are sharp, so you feather edge them, so you have no obstruction when you want to turn the dice or lock them in. There's no obstructions. And that's just another little tip. Okay, having said all that, I'm going to do it once more. You go to the dice, you always bring them forward, and I always split it. You see that? The split, a half split, so I can twist that one dice. And when I twist that one dice, it pushes the two of them back into the groove, into the fork of my thumb. And there's the lock. And there it is. And that's it. Here, these are a few of my moves, and you probably saw it, all these. Right, I'll do. Here, I'll do a couple more, and I'll even do them right-handed. One more. Let me do a couple more. This is the drop. And that's it, my friend.